Hello, my super second graders. This is Mrs. Rowley with this week's topic of discussion. So I hope you guys got to get outside. Got to go outside this weekend. It was a beautiful weekend. It was fantastic. On Saturday, I was able to have a fire in my backyard essentially all day. We burnt some wood posts and cleaned up the yard just a tiny bit because there's still snow on the ground, and we invited our family over. So these are two pictures from my weekend. This is our fire, which was a roaring fire. It was great. And then my husband and I outside enjoying the fire as well. So I hope you had as much fun as I did. I hope you're relaxed and ready to go. This would be a great time for your teacher to pass back your tickets from last week if you have them, so we can review your answers and then go into this week's topic of discussion. All right, so let's start by reviewing last week. So the vocabulary word that I was looking for means to make 10 ones into a 10 or to break a 10 apart. Well, I'm happy to say that Mrs. Stickney's class knows this word solid. It's regroup, and I'm so proud because we've been working on that all year. You guys know the term to regroup really, really well. The important thing about regrouping and why it's so valuable to us is because within a number, when you regroup, you can change the value of a digit, but still keep the value of the number the same. And what I mean by that is when you look at the number 25, this is 25 ones. And so we can regroup that into two tens and five ones. And even though we've regrouped it, the value is still the same. One is 25 and the other is 25. One picture shows 25. The other picture shows 25, but it shows them very different ways. And this is really useful when we're adding and subtracting to be able to regroup, especially when we're subtracting. We're able to regroup numbers in order to borrow from different place values in order to subtract. So congratulations if you got that vocabulary word. So last week, the question was, Letitia had a box of 100 birthday cards. So far, she has sent out 47. How many cards are left in the box? That was a tough one. Looking at the tickets, I would say that most students recognize this as a subtraction problem. They knew they had 100 and that 100 cards, and that 47 had been sent out, so that indicates subtraction. But if you're really comfortable with math, you know that there are fact families that can go along with these numbers. And Osley from Mrs. Stickney's class really recognized that. She didn't see this problem as a subtraction problem, but as an addition problem. She knew that 47 plus something would give her 100. So that's a really great use of fact families. You guys have been working with fact families since first grade. So Osley started at the number 47 and she counted up. And you know what? She didn't count by ones. She took a shortcut and counted by tens. Nice job. So what is it going to take to get us to 100 from 47? Let's see. 10, 20, 30, 40, 50, and then Osley transitioned to counting by ones. 51, 52, 53. Nice job. So she has 53 cards left. Now Sylvia started at 100 and counted backwards, and she also counted by tens and then transitioned to ones. So two very different ways to find the answer, and you guys still got the same answer. You still got 53. Nice job to everybody who got that right. All right, this week's topic of discussion ticket looks like this. Go ahead and take this time and write your name on the space for your name. This is a tough one this week. I'm excited to see how you do. All right, let's get right to it. This week's vocabulary word, I don't have a definition for you. Instead, I have a shape. Can you name this shape? Look at it really hard. Make sure you talk to one of your peers about what you think the shape is. If you think this shape is a triangle, then tell your friends why you think it's a triangle. And if you think it's a square, why do you think it's a square? If you think it's something else, why do you think it's something else? When you and your friends have talked about it, go ahead and write your answer, the vocabulary word, the name for the shape, in the vocabulary section of your answer ticket. I won't count spelling, so don't worry too much about that. Just spell the word the best way that you know how. Always make sure to chat with a friend. The name of this shape. What is it called? All right, when you think you know and you've talked to a friend about it, write your answer down. Let's look at the question for this week. Add a cross and down and write the missing numbers. So this is kind of tricky. This is 3-digit addition, which I know you guys are very comfortable with. The trick is that the blank squares, you have to add them and come up with a sum of 14. And then you have to add the numbers down and come up with a sum of 14. So it's really tricky. You have 3 numbers to find. And when you add the numbers across, you should get the sum of 14. And when you add the numbers down, you should come up with a sum of 14. I know you can do it. Remember to check in with a friend. And this is the best part. When you have your answers, don't forget to tell me how you got them. Right? That blank piece of paper that's stapled to your answer ticket, that's for you to communicate to me how you came up with your answers. How do you know that you really have a sum of 14? You can draw me a picture, you can write it down in words, or you can draw me a diagram. Remember, always check in with a friend, see what they're doing, talk to them about their strategies. You have all week to get this done, so don't feel hurried or rushed. When you have your vocabulary word written, and you have checked in with a friend, and you filled in your empty boxes to make sure that you have sums of 18, and you've written down your thoughts, pass your ticket into your teacher. She'll pass it into me, and I'll get back to you next week. This has been Mrs. Rowley with this week's topic of discussion.